Hey guys, it's your girl Jackie from the Financial Literacy Tribe coming at you with a brand new video. Okay. So today's video was actually a request from one of our subscribers, Quest Home Improvements. So what's up, Quest? How you doing? This video is just for you. But basically for today, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite budgeting strategies or budgeting methods, which is known as the envelope system of budgeting. This particular style of budgeting consists of basically having the majority of your money that you're going to utilize throughout the course of the month in cash form. And we're going to go into detail on specifically what it is that you should do if you're interested in using the envelope system of budgeting. But fair warning, it involves mostly cash. That is what we're going to be talking about today, the envelope method of budgeting. So let's jump right in, shall we? Certainly, if you are not familiar with the very basics of how to budget, I want you to check out my how to budget video because we go in detail specifically on how to budget. And also, if you're not currently subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Okay guys, so step one in setting up your envelope budgeting system is going to be the same step that you would have to do if you were doing literally any other form of budgeting that exists in the universe, which means you have to sit down with a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper and your bank statements and your credit card statements, and you have to actually do the legwork that is associated with creating your own budget. That is, you have to figure out exactly how much it is that you're bringing in on a month-to-month basis in terms of income and exactly how much it is that you're paying out in terms of bills. You need to list out all of your bills, any minimums on bills that you have to pay, and when it is that they have to be paid by. That is your responsibility to do, and it is a part of any budgeting system that exists in the universe. You have to have an awareness of what's coming in and what's coming out. It's budgeting 101. So definitely feel free to do that. An additional step, because we're doing the budgeting system through the envelope system, which is the majority cash, is I want you to also take note of specifically what bills are being paid through your checking account. So those are bills that amount of money should stay in your checking account as opposed to you taking it out and withdrawing it via cash, and which bills you can pay through cash. So that's going to be the amount that you're going to be withdrawing from your account on a month-to-month basis, or when it is that you get paid or whatever. You have to be aware of what's coming out of the account versus what it is that you need to withdraw every month via cash. So that's the first step that you're going to take, is create your budget. Put it on paper. The amount of money for any bills that are being paid via check or through debit or auto pay need to stay in your checking account. You should only create envelopes for the bills that are being paid via cash. Each of your envelopes is going to have the specific category that you're using that envelope for. So for this one, for example, let's just say that this is my transportation envelope. So I would put transportation on it and the amount that you are going to be spending on a weekly basis for transportation. So for me, let's say I would put transportation and then I would write $40 a week for transportation. And that's the amount that I have allotted myself to pay for gas and or any other transportation costs like car maintenance or something like that. Now let me tell you, there is a lot of people who are big fans of the envelope system of budgeting. And you can tell that because online, whether it be Etsy or Amazon or whatever, they have like super tricked out binders with like these beautiful kind of custom made envelopes. Each one you can customize it, or they have stickers where you can put the actual category of what that envelope is for, housing, food, whatever. They are gorgeous. When I was doing the envelope budgeting style, I just had like basic white boring envelopes that I would use for my methodology because I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. But definitely you can get the gorgeous tricked out ones. You can use simple basic envelopes, whatever it is that you have on hand, whatever it is that works best for you. But the point is that each envelope is going to be labeled with a specific category. Step 2, once you have figured out exactly how much it is that you're going to dedicate toward each category of your budget. You sat down with your pen, your paper, your bank statements, and you did all of the legwork needed for that. At that point, what you're going to do is as soon as you get paid, let's say that it's payday, you're going to want to go to the bank and either cash your check, or you're going to take out the specific amount of cash that you need to survive for that week or that month. So you're going to be withdrawing that amount from the bank. This is, again, a hard system of budgeting. Everything is done in cash. So that does require you going to the bank on a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly basis and taking out specifically what it is that you need from the bank so that you can stuff those envelopes. Step 3 in the envelope system comes during payday. So it's your payday. Woohoo! Everybody loves payday. You're going to go to your bank, wherever it is that you get your pay from, your primary checking account is in, and you're either going to cash your check or you're going to withdraw, if you have direct deposit, you're going to withdraw the amount that is needed to stuff your envelopes, again, to last you until next payday. So just as an example, let's say that I get paid every 2 weeks. So it's my payday. I'm going to go to the bank. I've decided that I need $500 to stuff all of my envelopes. I'm going to withdraw my $500. You've already figured out how much it is should be staying in the checking account every single month that's going toward bills, and you've already figured out how much it is that you need to withdraw from your account in order to stuff your envelopes. You already figured that out, so just follow your plan. Withdraw what it is that you need to and leave whatever it is that you need in the bank. My tip in terms of step number 3 when you're stuffing your envelopes is make sure that you have an acute awareness of where the heck your envelopes are. Okay, I am not the most organized person in the whole entire universe, and so my biggest challenge was that I never had the correct envelope on me when I needed it. So I really had to have an acute awareness and remind myself, like, okay, the envelope that I have designated for gas money, it should probably go somewhere in my car because I'm never going to remember to carry it with me when it is that I'm going out and I'm going to pick up gas. So just have an acute awareness of where it is that you want specific envelopes to be so that it's going to be more convenient for you. The last thing that you want is to go to the grocery store and have a cart full of food and then remember, oh crap, I forgot my food envelope at home. So have an acute awareness, have some sort of a system on where it is that you're putting these and where it is that you're keeping them so that they're safe, obviously, but also in a convenient enough location that you can get to them when it is that you need them. Pro tip, because I've been there before. And guys, that is pretty much it. That is the envelope system, and there's 3 very easy steps. I personally have tried it myself, and I have very strong feelings that I'm going to share with you. You can take it with a grain of salt. Definitely, I think it's worth trying at least, so definitely give it a try. But the main pros, in my opinion, the things that I love about the envelope system are 2 things. Number 1, this system makes it literally impossible. It is impossible to go over your budget. It is not possible. When everything is via cash, you literally cannot overspend. You cannot. At worst case scenario, maybe you're taking money out of one envelope to put in the other, but either way, the total amount that you're spending on a month-to-month basis is always going to be the same because you can't go over budget when you're only using cash. So definitely major points for that. The other thing that I like is if you feel like, and this takes a little bit of self-reflection, if you feel like you're one of those people that has an impulse problem when it comes to credit cards or checking cards, if you're one of those people that tends to spend a lot more when there's a card, a piece of plastic in your hand, go with the cash envelope system because it's going to be a great way to kind of train your brain to only spend what it is that you have. I think that's one of my biggest gripes with like the whole credit card industry and the US at large is it's like when you have that piece of plastic, you feel like, oh, you can spend whatever. It's psychological, you know, but when you have cash, you can't do that. So if you're one of those people who has like a serious self-control problem when it comes to spending on credit or something like that, this is a great way to retrain your brain. I highly recommend it. In terms of the cons, the only negative and again, this may not even bother some people, but it did kind of bug me, is the fact that literally this involves you having semi-large quantities of cash on you at any given moment of time, or in your house at any given moment of time. That kind of made me uncomfortable. You know, I'm a lady, surprise, surprise. So I'm always kind of hyper aware when I'm walking through the streets of sort of like what's in my purse and what's going on around me and whatever. So I did feel somewhat uncomfortable with carrying that amount of cash on me at any given moment of time. And even if you think about it, having it in your home, if somebody were to break in, or something like that, then there goes your whole month budget gone, right? So that is definitely a negative that you should consider. Having cash and only utilizing cash, it has its downfalls, it does. So that's certainly something to consider. But all in all, just like I said, I think it's definitely worth trying. I definitely did it myself for about a year. I loved it. I thought it was great. So definitely give it a try. If you do give it a try, I would love to hear how it goes and how it's going for you. So be sure to comment below in the comment section. Well guys, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to subscribe and be sure to hit the like button. If you have additional topics that you would love for me to cover, definitely leave me a comment. I would love to hear about it, and I would love to assist. We're all in this together. Be sure to check out my blog when you get a moment, which is focusedfrugalfab.com. I always have really good resources up there for you. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon, hopefully. Bye.